Halo Racing fans, this is Eden X130, owner of Eden's Halo Racing League, bringing you the first edition of EHRLCenter, where we will be giving you the rundown of what is going on in the Encore season of EHRL. I am here with fellow EHRL driver RacoonTyphoon.
Hello.
He'll be giving you his thoughts on what is going on in the preseason. Right now, we only have 2 races to talk about in preseason, and that is the Talladega test race coming just around the corner this Saturday, August 17th, and the Bristol Shootout, which will set the stage for the Bristol Hour. First off, the Talladega test race. Talladega, a restrictor plate track in a way in real life. There's a lot of pack racing in NASCAR at Talladega. How do you think the pack racing will be on Halo 4?
Well, obviously I've seen the track. It's going to be really tight packed. I mean, as you know, Talladega has been usually known as a bottom feeder, and I don't see these guys getting out of a pack unless there's some drafting going on, which we saw last season. Come to down to the final races, there was some drafting at some tracks that we didn't expect, but I definitely think the pack will be all together. I don't think one person or 2 or 3 would be ahead without drafting.
And you talked about tandems and drafting, which brings me to my next question. Will you think the tandems work out some more? As we found out the last season, like you said, people were tandem drafting. Do you think it will work out and be strong in the Talladega race?
Honestly, I do. It's just a matter of, I think there are going to be a lot of tandems, I'll just say that right now, but I think it's a matter of, can they run it right and do they know the right spot? Some part in the tri-oval is okay. Mainly you want to do in the backstretch. Turns are a little hard to do. You can definitely get the tandem to work, and there's obviously going to be tandems. It's just who can do it the best and who can maintain it for the longest. But we should definitely see some sort of tandem drafting at the Talladega test race.
Well, you do tandems, obviously you go faster. The thing about a pack race is everybody's got to be at a consistent speed. Hitting the top speed on the Mongoose has been a problem for a while now. Do you see that being a problem for this test race, as we'll be going full speed, without a doubt, going around Talladega? Do you think people won't be able to hit their highest speed on the Mongoose?
Well, obviously, we've had this problem ever since Halo Reach Racing has come into play. Halo 3, not that much. You couldn't, there was really no difference. But Halo Reach and coming into Halo 4, we're definitely going to see those problems persist. We're not going to see them go away. So that's going to give this race, that's what gives most races that are full throttle a really good kick to it, because you really don't know how good you are until you see how fast you can go, and certainly it's I'll tell you right now, it's not fun not going as fast as you can, because you really fall back, and it really does give you a disadvantage.
Well, Talladega, obviously, if it does work out, these mongooses will be in big packs. Big packs can lead to the big one. Will we see the big one, and if so, how spectacular do you think the big one will be with mongoose racing?
Well, obviously we're going to see the big one. We see that about every race on restrictor plate racing. I think it'll be pretty big. I think it'll be pretty spectacular as well. Also, if you're going to ask me what part it'll be in, I believe coming off the tri-oval entering 1, there's going to be something going to happen there. I believe that's where the treble spot will be.
Well, Talladega definitely will be a wild card. This will set the stage for how everybody can run on big tracks like these, where it takes being at the highest speed you can be and getting a little help along the way. A Bristol Shootout won't be having to deal with that as much. It's a short track, obviously, Bristol. 100 laps is the length for the shootout. Do you think there should be segments between the 100 laps?
You know, I don't think so. I mean, these guys want to get practice. They want to know what it's like to run a full hour. I mean, there's going to be wrecks in the Bristol hour, don't get me wrong, but if you want your full ability to run that track, I believe there should be no segments. I mean, some guys will think that, some guys won't, but I believe that you should get the best practice possible because the hours are going to be longer. There are going to be stops in the race because of cautions. The clock will stop. So it definitely really will factor in if you put segments in. You just won't be as prepared for the Bristol hour.
Every Bristol hour we have, the track changes, gets reconfigured, or some adjustment is made to the Bristol. Obviously, this is our 12th configuration of the track. Do you think that this Bristol will be better than the last one?
Well, really, that's hard to tell until we see the Bristol shootout. I did get to test it a little bit, but you know, we're not really gonna know until we get a bunch of pack racing on that track and in the Bristol shootout. So I can't really tell, but usually the better configured tracks, the better racing we have. So maybe or maybe not, but we'll definitely see by the Bristol shootout.
We've had winners in the Bristol shootout, obviously winners that we predicted that won. The last Bristol shootout we had a surprise winner, and it was Shiny. Obviously there were big names in the race that led most of it, but Shiny came out on top out of nowhere. Surprise winners, do you think we will see another surprise winner in the Bristol shootout? Of
course we will. The other guys besides, you know, the people who've been there for a while, there outweighs the amount of people who've been in EHRL for a while. So we're very likely to have another unexpected winner. I overall think that, I mean, that would be great if they win the Bristol hour, but you gotta think the other guys who've been racing here for a while are really gonna pull out the season more than they will, but I definitely could see a Bristol shootout unexpected winner.
We have unexpected winners in the Bristol shootout. People who win it or get a good finish in the shootout, will that momentum carry over to the Bristol hour?
I don't think so. We haven't seen it in the past. Obviously, Shiny won the Bristol shootout. I mean, of course, it'll give you some sort of hope, but momentum, not really. It's just a practice race, and you know, it's always great to win at Bristol and EHRL, factoring in the history, but I don't think it gives you that much of an advantage or mental. I mean, it gives you a mental boost, but it definitely does not give you the win in the bag. You have to kind of work for that part.
All right. Well, obviously, Bristol is loaded with surprises. Do you think we will see a repeat winner or another first-time winner of the Bristol hour?
You know, I think we're going to see a repeat winner. I really do. I mean, in the past, we've seen repeat winners, but we've... I just don't think the guys who haven't been in EHRL a lot just can't... I don't think they can pull it off as well as the pros, but I'm not saying for sure that's going to happen, but most likely I think it'll be a repeat this year.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see. Talladega test race is coming this Saturday, August 17th, the Bristol shootout August 31st. We will give you more updates on the season with this new short that we have for the EHRL YouTube page. I am Eden X130. He was RacoonTyphoon. Until next time, see ya.